Hi, this is Athena from Courage Coaching. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, then please click on the subscribe button in order to get notifications for any new videos that I upload. Now, in today's video, I wanted to talk about the JADE Technique, which is an acronym. And this acronym stands for justify, argue, defend, and explain. Argue repeatedly, drawn into conversations or arguments that seem to go nowhere. Do you feel compelled to respond to accusations that you know are false, or to respond to toxic individuals? And do you feel the need to constantly justify your actions, your behavior, or your choices? Do you have a difficult family member that likes picking fights with you, or who constantly gaslights you? If you do, then this technique is very useful for you to know, because it is a way to protect yourself, and it is a way to stop yourself getting entangled in narcissists' world. Now, the goal of the JADE technique is to essentially take back your power, and it helps you to stand up for yourself without needing to defend or explain yourself, especially with toxic individuals. It is very important that you do not engage in over-the-top and ridiculous mind games with abusive individuals such as narcissists. And this is something that Dana Arcuri, a certified trauma recovery coach, came up with. And I think it is absolutely brilliant. And I wish I'd known this all those years ago when I was entangled in so many abusive relationships. So let's break down JADE. J stands for justify, which means that you need to stop justifying yourself to toxic people. And a lot of adult survivors of narcissistic parents will constantly justify. They will over-justify or over-explain things because they were constantly challenged, because they weren't listened to, because when they said something, they were shut down, or they were accused, or they were blamed. So over-justification comes from being around toxic parents, toxic individuals. And in most cases, we want to justify ourselves to a toxic person. But this technique tells you to not do this. Now, argue, which is the A in JADE. Do not waste your time arguing with toxic people. Do not get sucked in to arguments because they go nowhere. Because arguing with a toxic person is completely pointless when they have no accountability. When they are not healthy, normal individuals, arguing is completely pointless because you will always lose in an argument with a narcissist. You will never win. They will play the victim, they will accuse you, they will manipulate you, they will move the goalposts to suit themselves. Now, D, defend. Don't waste your breath trying to defend yourself to those toxic individuals who don't actually care. Now, the E in JADE stands for not explaining yourself, especially to those who discredit you. No explaining. You don't need to explain why you did something. You don't need to explain why you've set boundaries. You don't need to explain yourself to a toxic individual. You can make decisions, you can set boundaries, and that is enough. You don't have to say anything else. Now, if you were a child of a narcissist or an alcoholic, you will have noticed constant ineffective communication between your parents or when your parents were trying to communicate with you. So that is why JADE is so useful. And if you're still in a relationship with a toxic parent or family member, then JADE is something that you need to keep in the back of your mind, and remember that you don't need to justify yourself. You don't need to be caught up in arguments. You don't need to defend yourself, and you definitely don't need to explain yourself. So, what do you think of this technique? Do you think it's useful? Have you heard of it before? If you have experience with this, or if you have tried to do some of the things that are part of this technique, then please feel free to leave a comment below the video and share your experience with everyone on this channel. That is the end of the video today. Thank you so much for watching and listening, everyone, and I will see you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.